So with this replay, we're about to see what it looks like to be on the cusp of SSL. This is a GC2, GC3 lobby. Our friend Beware, or PK, as many of you may know him, sent me this replay, wanted me to give it a look. Looks like it was from a scrim for him. And yeah, I'm sure this is going to be an amazing game. Very, very informative. We're going to learn a lot of things, and maybe we can help out PK as well. So first thing you're going to notice, right off the rip, we can tell this is a high-level lobby because of the speed flip kickoffs. If you want to be SSL, you want to be GC, speed flips, you know, those things are going to be a necessity. Like, these are things you have to have in your bag. Looks like he tried to do the single jump kickoff style off this. You know, gets here, just goes for a single jump, and then tries to wave dash after. Very, very common skill, or common kickoff strategy. Obviously, it looks like he just messed up the wave dash, which is fine. The recovery is quick enough to get back in time. So notice, look at this rotation here, guys. Look how smooth this is, right? He comes in, his teammates are both kind of out, so he kind of steps into the net, but realizes the ball's flying behind him, right? So now the problem is here. He's kind of stepped up, ready to make a save. Their team blasts the ball over here. So instead of like awkwardly just standing here and trying to turn around and go for it, he recognizes that he saw earlier that he had a teammate cutting this way. He just cuts upfield and rotates in behind him, because that is the more clean, smooth way to have this rotation work, right? We're not ball chasey. We're not trying to cut rotation go because me see ball, me close to ball, me go. It's much more, you know, deep than that. We're just gonna go upfield a little bit, rotate back around, and let my teammate, who is, you know, has so much more momentum, is actually gonna get to this ball faster, just go there. You think about that, or is it just habit? It is 100% habit, because these GC players have been playing for so long that they can recognize that who should be going for the ball and who's the most effective person to go for the ball, you know, instinctually. They don't have to think, you know what, I'm not going to go for this ball, actually. It's, no, I have a teammate going for this. I'm going to get out of the way and let the rotation work, versus, you know, try to break it and go for it because you kind of see the ball. And it could be comms, too, because these guys are in a party. Could be a little bit of comms, but most likely it's just something that's been ingrained from playing a bunch. You see a bunch of whiffs. You kind of see repeat this Reek Peak guy cut the rotation though with this, right? We have PK who's kind of there, but Peak turns around and goes through it. But look how sloppy that is, right? You run into teammates, you know, you clog up everything. Maybe it'd been better for him to rotate back and let PK kind of go for this. But PK adjusts. He goes and rotates back post when it got awkward. Did they get scored on? Yes. And I think it just came down to that little, you know, Reek went for it. I don't even know if PK could have got this ball coming off this, right? It would have been difficult, but he may be able to get a touch, and then Reek could have rotated around and helped make the save later. But, you know, the principle is still good. He tried to get back, but they're just too fast because it's GC. This stuff's going to happen. You're going to get scored on because the level of play is so high. Right? Most likely comes. See? Oh, we try to go quick here. You know, we're reading this. We see Reek's probably going to beat them to this ball, but he ends up a little bit of fake, a little bit of a pre-jump. Doesn't quite work out. You know, obviously if you're lower ranked, don't do that. But, you know, it's tough. Great, this is going to end up being a goal. But let's look at this bump here from Eon, it looks like. Eon just completely takes out the last defender and puts both Reek and PK in a really tough spot here. Reek does his best to put it to the corner, but doesn't quite get it. And then this play out to the middle to Sly, and then just the beautiful shot. So right now, the biggest trouble Blue Team is having is that their rotation is getting disrupted in certain ways. Whether it be Reek kind of cutting it to try to go for a ball when PK could have went for it, and now they're both in the corner, and, you know, they just leave one defender. Or it's, you know, bumps, which is something that, you know, is kind of uncontrollable. You can try to not be bumped. There's ways to do it, but it's a good play overall by Orange Team. Good kickoff. Try to get the dunk, didn't quite work out. But we'll rotate back. Play. So when we think about threes, by the way, so the last replay I did, I talked a lot about how you need to be more patient. You don't need to like rush through the net and, you know, you don't need to rush through the net and go upfield and, you know, get on your teammates' butts and all that stuff. But once we get to GC and these higher ranks, you know, you almost, you know, maybe PK shouldn't be the one who's pushing forward as well. But you also got to trust your teammates. Like, everyone plays at such a high level that we can safely assume that our teammate probably will be able to get to this ball. And that we also have to assume that our ability is good enough where we can recover and still go for the ball as well, right? So cheating's like this. Go back even farther. So cheating like this out of the net is fine, and it's almost necessary, because if you want to be faster than your opponents, you gotta have that extra, you know, space advantage where you're closer to the ball and can go for it faster. Especially in threes. In threes, you really gotta be as close as you can. But look how PK, you know, adjusts, keeps the ball in the corner, and gets actually a really nice clear off of 50, right? Goes up. Unfortunate that ball slipped through, but PK was trying to make sure that there was someone back on defense if it went bad. Like, let's go back. I think this is a good point. Look at how the counter attack goes, right? PK can see the entire field with how he's rotating. He can see every player except for one orange defender, right? So now he's watching Reek. He knows from what we have here that anything that comes off close from this challenge, Sid will go for. Even if it kind of comes off the wall and if it slightly is soft and kind of floats here, Sid is probably going to go for it, right? And this will be a comms thing probably. But if this ball goes far out, or if this ball leaks crazy far out, PK will be quick enough to get to this one, whereas Sid would not be able to get to that ball. So they're all attacking together as a unit. But notice how the first option happened, where Sid is the one who's closest and goes for the ball. PK turns back and is ready to play defense immediately, right? It's very fluid. Ends up, you know, could have been a goal, but it also could have been a, you know, going the other way still. So you have to play it safe sometimes with that. Trying to avoid the demo. It doesn't quite work out. We had a good save. Let's see who actually saved it here. I think it was... Yeah, Reek had a really nice save. So we're waiting to see what's happened. Notice how PK leaks upfield a little bit. You know, he trusts his teammates. He knows he can get back in time. Waits to see where the ball comes out. The ball comes out. And it does. He doesn't make a play on it necessarily, but there was an opportunity there. A little bit of awkwardness here. Let's see what kind of happened. So PK's trying to rotate back. Reek goes for a challenge. Ball leaks out. Sid tries to go for a challenge. And, you know, it's unfortunate. I mean, you lose 2 challenges in a row. You don't expect that, especially at this rank, especially that clean beat. So PK is a little slow getting back, but, I mean, how are you supposed to react to that? And he does a good job of getting back and attacking the ball. But look how fast these rotations are, guys, right? PK goes for a ball. He gets his boost, and then he's immediately rotating back. There's no lollygagging, none of that. He is ready to be back. Both teams are cherry picking a little bit. Try to make a play here. City gets a nice 50, and then the next touch. PK up fast, able to play it out. But Reek can't get there in time. Orange able to get the clear. A little bit of awkwardness. Good bump from the other team. Oh, I was gonna say that ball hit the back wall way too many times for this not to get scored. So great finish there. Who was that? It was Reek. Great finish. A little awkward for the most part, but it worked out. These guys are just so fast. And this comes from, you know, thousands of hours of playtime, guys. You know, you're not gonna... I mean, thousands of hours of playtime. Honestly, unfortunate. That's gonna happen. Even with thousands of hours of game time, right? You're gonna whiff. That is what it is. So they're going for a lot of bumps. Another whiff. Very uncharacteristic, I think. Another whiff. Interesting. So I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing, right? There's like, we're seeing a lot of whiffs, especially from, it looked like Sid had 2 kind of in a row. We kind of go back and look at them a little closer, I suppose. You know, first one, he gets a decent touch, you know, 50 there. I mean, this ball's awkward. He's low boost. Oh, it was Reek who actually whiffed, but you kind of see it, you know, missing the ball. But we're still fast and making some high-level plays at the same time. But that's kind of the difference between GC and SSL, though, right? If we look at a lot of SSL gameplay, like, it's very crisp, it's very fast. It's this level of fast, probably a step above, but the whiffs and the consistency are, you know, very, very low percentage. Good shot attempt there. Made a triple commit, but then, oh, we almost missed the open net. Ooh. Really nice play. But like I said, yeah, right? The precision and the consistency of SSLs are just so great. You know, that stuff's not gonna, you know, that's just not gonna happen as much, at least. It's gonna happen a little bit. Everyone has off days, especially maybe low SSL, like the border. But, you know, we're talking like high SSL, like, you know, a proper person who's in SSL, that stuff doesn't happen. Not gonna happen as much. Good challenge. Rotating out. Just look how fast these rotations are. He's ready to be on defense right now. And he has to be. A little bit of a missed touch, but he recovers well and goes for it. And bumps his teammate. Did he actually just get the bump? Yeah, bumped his teammate. That's so unfortunate. I don't think Sid was actually going to get to that ball anyway, so it didn't matter completely. But, like, how unfortunate is that? Low boost, trying to help make something happen here. Trying to go for bumps, but low boost, I mean, it's not really going to happen. At least we can rotate back in time. Good save. Really didn't give Eon a lot of options here. Right? Rotated back. Eon is the one with the ball, you know, and he just early challenges him. He sees him trying to go for this reverse 45 flick, I think, or just 45-degree flick. I'm not sure how you would call it, but goes for it, but we cut him off and, you know, take away his angles there. Really good passing for the orange team there. Trying to stop the ball somehow. A lot of pressure orange team is putting on him. Just shot after shot. Good solid defense though. Another great defensive play. Not let him score. You know, and that's another difference we're going to see between, like, let's say a champ and GC, right? And it's that level of defense. They're not going to let random bullshit go into the goal. They're going to save stuff. You know, if we're thinking about, you know, our skill level on offense and defense, you know, it's the same for a GC, right? Whereas a champ might be, you know, we look at offense, they might be a little higher. They might be better at offense. You know, their offense might be really good, but their defense might just be poor. They give up a lot of goals. Their rotations are bad. And that's what's keeping them down here. You know, once we rise our defense up to this level and our offense can get up to this level, that's when you get to GC, right? You know, you have to have both of these in tandem. A lot of players who focus on mechanics and focus on trying to be fast and blah, 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 they end up being more offensive players, but they neglect that defensive part of the game. Good play and great goal to tie it up. Great goal. Good pressure, good speed. A shot attempt here. Sid does a good job playing it to the side. Eon's gonna have a free shot off the back wall. Ooh, very tough. Very tough save. Reek's trying to play it to the middle. Oh, it just doesn't sneak in. By the way, this triple commit, totally okay because it's situational, right? Triple commit's totally okay because we're trying to win this. The ball's flying in front of their net. Throw the kitchen sink at them. Try to, you know, get that last goal. Not let this go to overtime. Ends up going though. So Rocket League is very situational. Good flip reset. A good defense from blue side here. Reek kind of throws away the possession a little bit, but that's okay. We're able to get there fast. As long as it's fast and your teammates can read it, it's fine. Good play to the side, but there's the follow. I was wondering where the follow was. Sid has an opportunity here. Orange team plays just a little too fast for him. Reek gets challenged by Eon. And this is where we've seen Orange team really take over a lot of games when they get a lot of touches consecutively amongst themselves. So these early challenges, the good D, keeping it away from the Orange defenders is what's going to win this game. Good play from Reek, but we're going to have Sly. Oh, he gets another good 50. Very awkward, but they're holding it together. They're keeping a lot of boost. You know, people are playing good. Whoa, he saved it himself. Some good back wall defense. Very, very scrappy. Feel a little bit of a triple commit there. Good shot, and this is free. Oh, never mind. I should have said it was free. That was mean. It wasn't free. There's a lot of defenders in that. Sid, let's see what they can do. Gets the one. Oh. Trying to power it through is just not going in. But now blue team is having all the pressure now, right? Notice how they're keeping pressure. They're keeping the orange team on their toes. Before we saw that with the orange team. They're getting a lot of consecutive touches. They're doing air dribbles, flip resets, trying to keep blue team on their you know, back foot. But with scrappy defense, eventually you're going to find a way out of it. Going to get the demo here. Take away the defender of the net. And then it's just going to pop right in. Great situational play there. Get that demo to win the game. Really a lot of great stuff. Did you notice how I mean, I don't remember PK like going for a flip reset, you know, or like really necessarily going for a ceiling shot, but like there's a lot of just quick, fast mechanics, and that's how, you know, that's how PK plays. He's not going to be Zen, who's doing all these crazy flip resets across the map or whatever, but he's super fast, super consistent, hits the ball really hard, you know, and is a good team player. He likes to rotate around, see the whole field, you know, very, very smart, very, very situational, good player. A lot of people should take notes of this game, you know, because there's a lot of things that Diamonds and Champs should be taking from this and should be implemented in their own games. But overall, great game. Very, very good. Only thing I could maybe say for them is, you know, there were some whiffs. There were some awkwardness with the rotations. And then if this is a team, you know, that's something to just playing together, talking more would fix. Overall, very scrappy win. So love that. That was some intense gameplay, 100%. But yes, PK, thank you for sending the replay in.